I can never be found in the same building, in the same area, in the same location with Gachagua
and Ruto.
Never, ever.
Under what condition would you want to meet them?
Only if they agree that the cost of living is high and they do something about it.
Kenyan celebrities are now uniting to pressure the government to address the soaring cost of living in the country. While some celebrities have remained cautious about criticizing the government, fearing potential repercussions on government contracts and financial opportunities, others have boldly stepped forward to voice their concerns, citing unfulfilled promises and the burden of high living expenses. In this report, we highlight the famous comedians in Kenya who have chosen to take on the government led by President William Ruto himself.
Hello, my name is Chief Okuzo from Plug TV.
Number 1. Comedian Mammito, who has called out the government's excessive taxes. Now, comedian Mammito has taken a courageous stand against the government's financial policies. Using a sample from Bahati Bukuku's song Waraka wa Hamani, she created her own rendition titled Waraka wa Corruption. In this song, Mammito criticized how Kenyan citizens fell into a trap by electing Ruto and knowingly voting for a government that would burden them with excessive taxes.
Waraka wa Zakayo ulioanza kwenye foleni ya kupiga kura dharakanidhi. Waraka huo umejawa na madeni. Waraka huo umejawa na madeni.
Although not mentioning President Ruto by name, Mammito referred to him as Zakayo, drawing a parallel to the biblical tax collector who exploited people through excessive taxation. The name Zakayo has now become synonymous with President Ruto due to the high tax rates he imposed to Kenyans, a name even Ruto himself has acknowledged.
Kuna wengine wananiita Zakayo, lakini Zakayo mwenyewe yuko hapa.
Mammito also lamented the government's excessive borrowing from the IMF, alleging that once borrowed, the funds are embezzled by government officials, leaving Kenyans struggling to repay the loans.
Tukiuliza wanasema wana investigate ati pesa zetu zimeenda wapi? Nao ndio wanatuibia, nao ndio wanatubariza.
Number 2. Comedian Nasra Yusuf. A comedian Nasra Yusuf has joined the ranks of those speaking out against President Ruto and his government. Inspired by Mammito, she released a song on her Instagram account using Diamond Platnumz's hit song Zuena to convey her message. Nasra decried the dire economic crisis in Kenya, emphasizing the high cost of living and the daily struggle of ordinary citizens.
Zakayo kura tukampatia asubuhi mapema, ila Zakayo huru amebadilika sana. Yani maneno yake Zakayo wa leo sio ile wa jana.
In her song, Nasra alluded to former President Uhuru Kenyatta's warnings about electing Ruto as president, suggesting that Kenyans are now experiencing the consequences of that decision.
Barikani Uhuru, nami unanisikia. Mimi mzima wa afya, nami ni Mungu atasaidia. Niseme ilani ulitupa tukusikia, tunajuta kwa sana.
She questioned why President Ruto's character seems to have changed ever since he took office as president, claiming he now appeared tougher compared to his campaign days when he used to be seen as jovial and approachable back then. Number 3. Eric Omondi. Now, the Kenyan king of comedy Eric Omondi has been an outspoken critic of President Ruto's government. He has organized protests across Kenya and repeatedly threatened to mobilize youths to initiate President Ruto's impeachment through constitutional means.
I'm personally giving the Kenya Kwanza government 90 days. If things don't change and they get worse, we're going to constitutionally, legally, we can recall the government using the people. You understand? It's possible. We can recall the MPs, we can recall the president, because it is the people, as you said, it is people power.
Now, despite these comedians uniting against President Ruto, some Kenyans are cautioning them against going too far in their criticism, fearing potential consequences for their careers and personal lives. For instance, if you go right now on Instagram, you would see Kenyans warning Nasra and Mammito not to overstep their boundaries. Let me show you some of these comments. You could see comedian YY saying, kuna Subaru itakuwa inakufuata na ukishafika home inarudi for 2 weeks. You know, most of the time, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation officers normally use Subaru vehicles, to carry out their duties. Another comedian said, pia wewe umeamua you'll be there no matter what. Another person said, look for a good witch doctor because things are 3. Mwingine akasema hivi, Subaru ya number plate ya Sudan imekuwa dispatched. Unapiga Zakayo tackles. You see? And the Kenyans are there warning these comedians not to overstep their boundaries. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in our comment section. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. Let's meet next time. Bye-bye.